This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
2017 has ended, but hunting opportunities in Kansas have not. As of the first of the year, all unfilled 2017 deer permits converted to firearm whitetail antlerless-only permits, providing deer hunters one last opportunity to hunt whitetail deer before the close of the season. The state is divided into 19 hunting management areas, so make sure you know the boundaries. Depending on which unit, you may be able to hunt through the end of January. Required permits may be purchased over the counter until January 31st. You may purchase up to 5. For more information on hunting the antlerless-only whitetail season, consult the 2017 Kansas Hunting and Fur Harvesting Regulations Summary. Since these deer aren't taken for their trophy racks, they are usually killed for the meat, and that is a perfect time to remind folks about Kansas Hunters Feeding the Hungry. The organization invites you to donate any legally harvested deer or elk to participating meat processors. There is no cost to donate the game as long as the organization has sufficient funding to cover the cost of processing. Donated game must be field dressed and legally tagged. You may also donate a portion of the meat you're having processed for yourself. Contributions from hunters, businesses, churches, sportsmen's clubs, organizations, and other foundations help to fund the Kansas Hunters mission. The primary expense for this organization is paying the participating butchers to process, package, and freeze the donated venison for distribution by local food pantries. Volunteers help to organize and coordinate efforts in communities across the state by helping with fundraising, promotional gatherings, meat donation, meat distribution, and much more. If interested in how you can become a volunteer and help in your community, contact a member of the Board of Directors for information and opportunities, as well as the location of participating processors. This seasonal transition is a good time to remind the public about the seriousness of poaching. No one knows exactly how much wildlife is taken by poachers, but some studies estimate poaching may kill almost as many animals and fish as legal hunting. Poachers don't take only game animals. They kill threatened, endangered, and non-game wildlife species as well. Even if the loss to poachers is half the number in the estimates, the problem is serious. As our nation becomes more urban and less rural, society's connection with the land continues to decrease, and the connection between society and conservation also decreases. More and more members of society are viewing outdoor activities as a competition to collect the biggest, the best, or the most wildlife. Officials believe that poachers are not poor people trying to feed their families. Putting food on the table is one of the least common motives for poaching. Poachers are more likely to kill for profit, for the thrill of killing, or to rebel against wildlife laws. Poachers find a ready market in the U.S. and around the world with collectors who are willing to pay outrageous sums for trophies and rare animals. Greedy trophy and commercial poachers think that game laws only matter if they get caught. They kill with no regard for the wildlife or anyone but themselves. Poachers are criminals and should be dealt with as criminals. Enjoy the hunt, report poaching, and protect our Kansas wildlife, one of our most valuable resources.
Earlier in my life, I rode bucking horses and rodeos, and my shoulders took such a beating, and that was probably the reason for having several previous surgeries on both shoulders. About a year ago, I decided that I didn't want to have another surgery. And so I contacted Kansas Regenerative Medicine, took their treatment process. It was relatively pain-free. Now, after 8 months, my shoulders have healed to the point where I think I'm probably 90 to 95% of normal. It takes a couple of months to start to see results and feel real progress. That continued to increase gradually until now at approximately 8 months. And I'm extremely pleased. I've got full range of motion. I can lift weights, I can throw, I can do a lot of things that I couldn't do without a lot of pain previously. So I'm tickled to death with the results, and I'd recommend this process to anyone.